Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, we're about to do a 6v2 versus the newest version of my custom AI for Age of Empires 2. Of course, this AI should be compatible between Aoe2 HD and the regular version of Aoe2, provided you have the user patch installed. So throughout this match, or towards the start of it at least, I'm going to be talking about the changes to my new AI. What's the differences between version 4D and 4E. By the time you watch this video on YouTube, you will be able to download the AI from a link in the video description. So make sure you guys check that out. Of course, there's also going to be another AI that I'm going to be releasing as well with this. So this is the 6v2 one. And then I'm going to be releasing what I call my solo bot, which is basically designed to like 1v1 and play smaller, more fair matches. The 6v2 AI was designed to be insanely challenging, and it's designed to be able to fight 6 humans at the same time, doing a 2v6, so obviously it has to cheat, and it's quite difficult. So you gotta... it's very difficult to beat. Like, on hardest, you really have to be quite skilled to take it on. So this should be pretty fun. If you were concerned that a 6v2 is going to be incredibly easy and it's going to be really boring, you were wrong, because my 6v2 AI is really scary. But for those of you, who are looking for 1v1s and smaller matches, of course there will be the solo bot. Links to download both of those will be in the video description. Those of you who are watching me record this live, I do not have the AI released as of yet, but it will be released in about a day after I record this. So when you watch it on YouTube, it'll be out, and if you guys can give it a look, if you can give it a download, that would be quite appreciated. Of course, though, do keep in mind that the AI is most certainly not finished right now, and if I had my way, I would be delaying the release further. So feel free to take a sip, because, I'm kind of a perfectionist in this regard, and I want to try and create the best experience possible. But I know a lot of you guys are kind of itching for the new version, and version 4D is a lot worse than this one. I'm also going to be talking about Zero Empires' tournament a bit in this, because I know that some of you guys want to hear my thoughts on that, and whether or not I'm going to be playing in it personally. So I'll be talking about that. I'll be talking about my AI, some of the changes, but again, you can find a very detailed account of the features and everything on the Steam Workshop page, and I'll also have the change logs and everything there as well, so all the information that you need should be there. If you guys want to let me know in the Twitch chat what kind of civilizations you would like me to play, as well as the civilizations of the AI, let me know. And then we'll get this match started in just a moment. So yeah, this should be quite difficult. The reason that we're doing moderate and not like hardest or something like that is because, a lot of the players in here, they're somewhere near 1600-ish rated, so I don't think it's a good idea to do hardest. Hardest would, ideally you'd want to have a team full of 1900s if you were doing hardest, ideally. And of course, most AIs are allergic to tower rushing, so you can basically always do that. But you want me to play the Slavs? Definitely do Slavs. Quite big on the Slavs. Play Italians, Byzantines. I think every person plays Incas. Persians and Mongols is sadistic, but I like it. All Incas match? Give Turks the AI, alright. Any other suggestions? Keep it going. We'll start this match in like 10 seconds. And someone wants them to play the Persians and or Indians, so I will give them the Indians. Although, having those two civs actually sounds kind of boring. We'll go with Mongols and Indians, I think. We'll start the game right about now. GLHF. Should be a fun match. If you're wondering why I've had a sort of lack of uploads recently, not only have I been stuck with midterms, but I've also been getting quite the allergies. My allergies have been very bad recently. If you're not aware, I have quite severe allergies towards basically everything that is not food or fabric, so sometimes that can be quite debilitating. Certainly, and that has definitely interfered with my ability to get out videos as often as I'd like to. So if there's ever a dip in the uploads, believe me, I'm working on it. It's just that sometimes my health does not permit it. So yeah, I'll be playing as the Slavs in this game. I'll also talk a little bit about the Slavs as we get a little bit closer into this match. If you're not aware, the Slavs are one of the civs in the Forgotten expansion pack to Aoe2 HD edition. So we're talking about that a little bit, as well as my AI. I'm very allergic to grass. Bokan, no, as the Turks, it won't make trash, except for Hussars. It's, obviously you can play it for yourself, but it's pretty good at it, I think. It's definitely quite advanced, but since it's designed to do a 6v2, it's not really, it does cheat quite a bit, goes without saying. So anyway, to talk about my AI, like, why should you care about my 6v2 AI, right? And why did I make this at all? You know, we got the Barbarian and so many other custom AIs out there. Why did I have to make my own AI? That's a good question. So, the reason that I wanted to make my AI is that when, you know, I was getting into Aoe2, I wanted my friends to get into this game as well. But the thing is that, you know, they were very new to the game, and the default AI that comes with the Conquerors is really, really weak. I don't think it's a very good representation of how humans play. It doesn't provide a realistic, power curve. Because, you know, the default Conquerors AI, I'm sure if you've played AoE2, you're all aware that it's quite questionable in its decision-making. It's the exact opposite of humans, you know, where in the early game it can be quite an annoyance, especially on hardest, because it cheats like crazy and gets like a 9-minute castle age, which is like almost impossible, if not completely impossible. I guess like a 4-minute feudal age on low resources, so, I mean, that's not a very realistic representation of actual game, and on the other difficulties, it's not very smart, so it doesn't create a very quality match, and also lags like crazy because it's really inefficient. So I wanted something that my friends and I could play against while we learned the game. So yeah, I figured that, you know, playing against humans right off the bat can be incredibly daunting. Humans can be really challenging. It's not a good way, I think, to start necessarily, especially because you don't necessarily know the skill level of your opponents, and it can be really difficult to get a quality match, especially if you're playing with your friends. Like, if you guys are a 4-stack, right, you know, it's you and you got 3 buddies, you all want to be in the same team, no one's going to join your lobby and play against you and your friends unless they're, like, quite good. Like, 99% of the time, it's usually going to be another 4-stack against you that is incredibly coordinated. So, playing with your noob friends can be quite a challenge, I guess, to get started in AoE2 with them. So, I wanted something that I could get as many of my friends as possible together with, and we could all learn AoE2 together and have a fun time. Because, you know, finding a quality game against actual people can be quite difficult. So that's why I made my AI. I wanted it to be able to... the reason that I have it do a 6v2 is, like I said, I wanted to get as many of my friends in this as possible. I wanted everybody to, I guess, be able to get involved. So that's why it does a 6v2. And of course, yeah, it has to cheat, obviously. Goes without saying. I've said this like 5 times, but some people are like, wow, I had no idea AI cheats. It has to. In order to have a chance, I guess, against this many humans. But yeah, it is a crap load of randomly generated strategies and whatnot, so obviously you can find the detailed changelog, which will be in the video description, or when I release it. If you just are following me on Facebook, you'll be able to see that, but that'll all be on the Steam Workshop tomorrow. So basically, some of the most important changes I like to think is from, you know, feedback from you guys, and really, like, special thanks. I really appreciate it to, you know, like, and if I don't list you right here, believe me, I appreciate you anyway. For all of my testers who've helped me test the AI over the last few months. And special thanks especially to Vanla and Alaroon have helped me the AI a lot better, as well as Lombard. So yeah, they've been helping me quite a bit. And of course, you know, there are all sorts of other people like you know, Decimationist that has been helping me quite a bit recently. So my special thanks to all you guys, and really anybody else who has played this with me recently. You guys have helped me get this really far along. So one of the new things is that my AI has like completely randomized strategies now. It used to be that he basically had like 1 or 2 strategies per civ, but now he'll run like
create extra villages.
He's got like 12 per civ, so it's pretty ridiculous. He picks them at random. His unit choices are randomized as well, and that makes it. I guess there's a lot more variety to this. Now, one thing you may have also noticed is what the hell was that at the start of the game, right? There's all these kings up here, flags, and we didn't spawn immediately. Like, what's up with that? Well, so the reason that we have all that is that this map is actually randomly generated. And this took me forever. This took me several months of just painstaking, just slaving over the scenario editor, but I finally did it! So basically, the map is actually randomly generated, as weird as that is. So all that stuff at the top is just a bunch of triggers that will just randomly spawn you into a random location and shift the location of your resources around. That way, it doesn't get repetitive, I guess. Because that was one of the things that people told me, is like, well, you know, eventually you just memorize the locations of the resources, and that stops it from getting kind of interesting, so. These maps are completely randomly generated, and when you download the AI, they'll help you quite a bit, I think, in keeping the experience fresh and interesting. Now, I'm obviously not done with the AI or these maps, so I'll be making a lot more of them in the future. When I release this incomplete version, it's just the next version, you know, we're nowhere near the final release. But I'm going to be adding more maps. There's probably only going to be like 2 or 3 randomly generated maps with this, but you know, you're welcome to make your own maps if you want. Just beware that the AI, you know, there's no reason that, you know, if you fiddle with the AI starting area and whatnot, my 6v2 AI is really fickle about his resources and everything, so he really can only do 6v2s. And he should have a standard distribution of resources, so make sure that you are accounting for that kind of stuff. So the other thing is that, you know, okay, so my 6v2 AI also now, he offers a lot of helpful advice as well. And, you know, he's always done this, but now I think I've made it a lot more complete and a lot more relevant. So if you're looking for a way to learn the game, have fun with a bunch of friends, and you don't want to deal with the serious, scary nature of jumping straight into online play where you have no idea if it's going to be a quality match and you don't want to get stomped, I think my AI is pretty good. The easiest difficulty is definitely good if you're starting out, and then hardest is if you're just you're pretty darn good at this game and you're looking for a challenge. Yeah, I can guarantee you, if you're quite skilled, hardest would be terrifying. You can also play this map single player. You can play all the 6v2 maps that the game comes with. This will be in scenario files. You can play them all single player if you'd like, and you gotta make sure that all the computer player slots are filled. So if you don't have a total of 6 humans, so this would be you and like 5 friends, just fill the other slots with computer players, and then you'll have a custom AI teammate instead that will, you know, tribute your resources and help you out and everything. He's a nice guy. So yeah, it's the next best thing to having a human. So you can also play the single player, of course, just by filling all the player slots. I know that the playing scenarios in single player can be really buggy, so you might have to play it from the test menu. So you might have to go to the scenario editor and just click test. This map is Green Arabia. Well, it's basically just Arabia. It's not Green Arabia. Not that there's much of a difference, but yeah. This is my 6v2 custom AI map, the Light Empire. The new one, which you will be able to download by the time I upload this to YouTube. So yeah, you can play the single player, you just gotta fill all the computer slots and whatnot, and they'll help you out here. Of course, the 5 custom AI teammates won't be able to win this match alone, so you gotta make sure that you actually contribute to some degree if you want to win that game. Yeah, I'm quite excited about this one. This one's a lot better. He's got, like, completely randomized strategies. I've cut down his cheating quite a bit. He's a lot smarter. On hardest, it's a lot harder now. You really have to... You really run the risk of losing. Another thing is that... my AI no longer resigns when he loses TC. This is very big. I have completely overhauled his resign commands. He now makes multiple town centers, a much bigger economy than before. He no longer resigns when he loses his TC. Now, why did I have my AI do that originally, right? That seems ridiculous. Why would I ever want my AI to resign when he doesn't have his TC up? That's because, in the earlier versions of my AI, I was concerned that since, it cheats for a lot of resources, has to, that the games would be really hard to close out. So I wanted people to not have to deal with matches that last like 18 hours unless they want to. So I made that as a good way, I guess, for the humans to sort of close out a game. So you can't do that anymore. The AI will now just resign like a normal person when he's basically screwed. But killing is, you can't just bum rush his TCs and get a free win. Those multiple TCs, let's see, what else did I change? I've changed a lot. It's like, oh yeah, he also attacks players a lot more randomly now as well. He'll also tell you things like what type of units he's going to be building, and he'll give you advice on how to deal with that. So yeah, no, this is not Black Forest. As you can see, there's very, very small amounts of trees. I did make this map myself. So yeah, I reworked the AI's resign command. Army logic, he now attacks a wider variety of players. That way you and your friends can all feel the pain together. Cut down his late game tributes a little bit so he doesn't stall games as hard. I do a lot of stuff. You'll see a lot of really crazy strategies in here, many of them suggested by you guys, as some of you guys really, really like your mass monks, some people really like your mass petards, so I threw in all those. So another thing though that people are talking to me about, they're like, Rez, I would really like to 1v1 your 6v2 custom AI, and I'm like, you are crazy, sir, because my AI, his cheats and whatnot are scaled to a 6v2 situation. There's no way that it would produce a quality game, considering that it is designed for, a 6v2, right? So, You really wouldn't be able to beat it on any difficulty above maybe standard, no matter how good you are. It wouldn't be a fair game, and all of his strategies are designed to dealing with, I thought he was actually being rushed. Alright, cool. Anyways, all his strategies are designed for fighting multiple humans at the same time and kind of trolling them. Oh yeah, my AI also forward universities now. I'm pretty proud of that, and he builds wonders. So that should make it interesting. You can no longer sit in your base all game and just wait for the AI to starve himself of resources. You actually have to, at some point, stage your own offense. Because he does build wonders now. I really recommend that you play it on standard victory for the full difficulty. But yeah, some people are like, Raz, I really want a 1v1 AI because I'm really crazy and sadistic like that, and I want to show you how good I am. It's like, well, as much as I want to let you guys do that, I feel like that would have produced a really, really poor quality game, and I actually got quite a few requests for that. So what my plan was is that I decided I would spend a really long time, and I worked really hard on this. Oh, god damn, he's scouting me. Alright, this means I'm gonna be in a world of pain really soon. I can tell already. I'm gonna put down a barracks instead of another TC because I think it's go time soon. So I made a new AI, which is based off my 6v2 AI that is actually designed to 1v1 and everything, and he doesn't cheat except on hard and hardest. And it's a lot. I guess it's a lot smarter, does a lot more viable strategies, and it still has, you know, my trademark sass that my AI has, I guess, and it also helps you give advice and everything like that. And you can play it with your friends too, and do like a 4v4 if you want a more realistic human opponent rather than. My 6v2 AI doesn't really play like one human, but I guarantee you it is really fun, and that was the goal here, is I wanted to create the most fun AI. Like, to the point where, you know, there are some people who prefer playing against my AI than the humans, because they think it's a really fun, quality experience. It's designed to create great, great games. My solo AI also is completely customizable in the sense that you can change his strategies at will by chatting him certain messages. You can also turn on and off various features depending on what you want. Oh yeah, my AI, you know, also has this function. Both AIs have this function called dynamic difficulty, which is something that I don't really know if any other AI actually has this function. I don't know, maybe else we'll get that later. Where he scales the difficulty to a little bit up or down based on the competency of his opponents. So this always produces a quality match, I guess. You know, you're not going to have a shitty game from my AI unless you pick easiest and you're like the Viper. Your game will probably suck in that case, though. So yeah, I have a bot that you can 1v1 and everything. It's no barbarian. I don't have the user patch, so Aoe2 HD is missing a lot of key user patch features. So I'm pretty limited in what I can do, but I like to think I did a decent job for what it's worth. But my AI is it's not finished. So there are a lot of kinks that I'm trying to work out. It can really only play standard settings right now. It can kind of play King of the Hill and higher population settings, but can't play like 25 pops, so don't bother with that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. This nice. If you guys have any questions about the AI, feel free to ask me in the Twitch chat. They still kind of hump walls, and that's, again, we have no user patch, so that's been a pain in the ass to fix. If not borderline impossible. A lot of the really stupid behaviors of my solo bot and my 6v2 AI are hard-coded behaviors in Aoe2 that I can't really change. So, if you see some stupid crap, it's just part of the whole AI experience. And oh my, I'm also being rushed. It's part of the whole AI experience, I guess. Hopefully I can get this guy out of my base. Oh yeah, he also avoids town centers now a little bit better, so that's pretty obnoxious, not gonna lie. Hopefully I can get this guy to run away, though. Sometimes he avoids TC, sometimes he doesn't, because again, no user patch. If you guys have any questions about the AI, feel free to ask. Elephants are forgotten only. I added them for shits and giggles. Thank you, Crispy Gingerpie, for your donation, by the way. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And hello, Pakes Turaz. I'm sure I butchered your name, I'm sorry, but I will endeavor to get that right at some point. If you build a wonder, do you win? If you hold out, yes, and that's a fun way to do it. So my AI plays on standard difficulty now, which should be fun. And yeah, no, my AI does not hump walls as badly anymore. He still kind of does. It's the kryptonite of all AIs, for sure. Walls and tower rushes, no AI really reacts that well to that, but my AI does react a little bit better to that. And some AIs do, so it should always be a fun, nifty challenge. So if you guys are looking for, I guess, a less stressful match, I mean, I guarantee you it's gonna be hard as shit, but there's something nice about knowing that you're gonna get a quality game. And, you know, the fact that my AI scales the difficulty up and down means that if you pick the wrong difficulty, you'll probably be okay. And, you know, obviously start small, work your way up, blah, 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 blah. I will also be, yeah, okay, elephants, by the way, they're something that's unique to the Forgotten. They have, they're like super boars, I guess. Okay, I should probably wall up as well, I think. That is important right now. This match might be extremely difficult, we'll see. It depends, looks like some of my teammates are really slow. Whereas some of them don't look to be that bad. Oh yeah, also in regards to Zero Empires' tournament, while I do plan to cast the tournament if he lets me, then I'd love to cast the tournament and work with Zero on this. I don't think I'll be entering in the tournament myself, though. I'm not... I guess, it's kind of hard to explain, but I'm not really interested in playing this game super competitively or anything like that. You know, I play this game really purely for fun at this point. I used to take it a lot more seriously back when I used to play in Boobly, but now it's a really casual thing for me. And I'm not really feeling like entering in any tournament. Also, the settings are really weird. I don't understand how to play half those maps, or civs, so I don't anticipate my performance being stellar in that regard. Otherwise, I would enter, but, you know, I don't really...
Create extra villages.
Aoe2 isn't a game I take, like, as seriously anymore, I guess. It's a for fun thing. I love this game, don't get me wrong. I love this game, but I play for fun nowadays. For the casual enjoyment. I'm getting gangbanged over here. So yeah, that's why I'm not entering, but I should be able to bring you guys some commentaries from that match, as well as some really, really quality games. So you guys can finally get some you know, high-level commentary from me. Woo! It's been a while, right? It's been a long time since I've commentated over a tournament. The struggle this match is. What are my other teammates doing? Oh god, my anus. I need a castle right now. Right now. He's doing stellar. Maybe we should have done standard. Alright, initiate emergency maneuvers. Code red, gray spy in the base, gray spy in the base. Shit. So yeah, I will be bringing a bunch of those videos to you guys, hopefully, as long as Zero, I guess, has no problem with me streaming that. But yeah, I look forward to that. I think it'll be fun. I'm not going to really be entering in that. I really don't really mind. But Aoe2 is a sort of casual thing for me. The way the game is set up, I don't think it's necessarily super conducive to a competitive environment per se. You know, Boobly is more competitive, yes, but you know, the amount of average games required to get into a quality match is pretty high. I don't want to wade through the noob lobby again. I remember when they first reset the ladder, and that was kind of when I stopped showing up to Boobly, because it's like I really didn't want to do that again. Not only that, I mean, just the way the game, just the way Aoe2 is set up. I think it's one of the most fun and interesting and complex games imagined. But yeah, I think it's hard to explain. It's not really my competitive cup of tea, I guess. I love watching competitive AoE, but I can't really see it as something that I would be doing. It takes a lot of dedication and everything. Hopefully this castle will keep me alive for a little bit. Otherwise, I'm in a bit of a situation. I am really excited for the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. That's when I'll start doing Pokemon content again. Pardon me, of course, guys, if the amount of uploads that I have peters out for a short period of time. I will make up for that, and if you guys, stick around at the YouTube channel, I really appreciate that. Don't go anywhere. The uploads will rise up again soon. But right now my allergies are really bad, and I gotta finish up the summer quarter. I got finals like right as soon as Zero Empires' tournament starts, so it seems that he's in trouble. He's gonna need a castle. I got finals as soon as Zero Empires' tournament starts, so after that I'll have some more free time, and in the meantime I've been rather busy. I'm also going to start doing this thing more often called casual streaming. You guys seem to be pretty into that idea, where a lot of you guys have asked me, like, Rez, why don't you just stream at some point without the commentary and everything, because, when I do this commentary, it can be pretty exhausting, considering that with my allergies, my my energy level normally is really low, and this can be quite taxing on me. I do play games all the time though, so if you guys are just looking for gameplay and whatnot, I'm more than happy to just stream whenever I play Aoe2 because I play it like all day. So I love this game. I love games in general. So that's the kind of thing that I'm definitely open to doing. More of those would be called casual streams. So this is what I call a community live stream, and then where I focus on interacting with you guys most importantly, and then doing casual streams, I guess. In addition to that, not replacing the community live stream. That's always my priority, I guess. Hello, Alaroon. Welcome to the stream, man. This is the struggle this match. Also, yeah, I play a lot better when I'm also not commentating. I play like infinitely worse when I'm talking and trying to read a fast-moving block of text. If you guys have never played while trying to read the Twitch chat, it's one hell of a challenge, man. Like, I promise you, I play so much better when I'm not talking. And you guys kind of saw that a little bit earlier. But it's hard. The game is insanely difficult. This is probably the worst game to possibly play while commentating or reading the Twitch chat. I think this is probably one of the hardest games to do that. I think StarCraft 2 would be a little bit worse, though. In that regard. So yeah, quite congested right now. Life goes on. I need to get to the next stage pronto. Otherwise, this match is going to be escalating at a point that I cannot allow. Is anyone going to help this guy? Looks like he's holding on barely. We probably should have done a standard in retrospect, but if we get our asses kicked, then that works too. I won't be doing that many AI matches on my YouTube channel, even though that's usually what I play in my spare time, because I know you guys can kind of bored of that. But my hope is that with the new randomized strategies and everything like that, it's always going to be interesting. And the standard, my new solo bot is quite human-like and good, so also adds a little bit of variety to it. So if you want to hear from me, if you guys can check out my bot, I would really appreciate it. I'm not going to talk about it like the entire video or in all of my videos, but it would mean a lot to me. This is sort of, I poured my heart and soul into this. I'm not the best AI coder, because I have no formal experience with this. I basically just, I opened the in-game files in Notepad when I was a kid, and I realized there's like, oh, this is like written almost English. It's like I was wondering like what would happen if I changed some of these numbers, and over time that evolved into me trying to make my own Notepad files and have the AI I had the monks like shoot fireballs and stuff, so stuff like that. It was quite stellar. It looks like some people are lagging like shit right now. What is going on? This game is ridiculous. Yeah, League can be hard with lag, but certainly. I'll also do some League of Legends content at some point. Again, any extra content that I do, I say this all the time, but I gotta be clear with you guys, any extra content that I do is not a replacement for my existing schedule. As long as there's a demand for Aoe2 content, I will continue producing it for you guys, and that will always be the priority. Everything else is just extra content. But who doesn't love extra content, right? If I'm ever streaming League of Legends, it's not to replace Aoe2, it's just extra mumbo jumbo. I'm getting my ass whooped right now. I could really use some help. Oh, and hello, Aoe2, welcome to the stream. This lag right now is absurd. So yeah, of course, bear with me in my period, I guess, of slightly reduced uploads. Purely temporary thing. We'll make up for it eventually. It's just right now with the allergies and the classes and things can be a little overwhelming. God, this lag is absurd right now. What is going on? What in the hell is oh god, I think my internet's on fire. One moment, guys. Let me just see if my brother or someone else is using the internet and downloading some porn. Okay, well, no one in my house is up to anything crazy, so probably a combination of factors. Not quite sure, but yeah. If anyone's got any questions about the AI tournament, the Slavs, or really anything Aoe2 related, feel free to ask. That's why I do these streams, to chit chat with you guys. I'm not gonna add you, Dragon Sword, but you may add me. Also, I can't friend invite anyone on Steam, so you guys have to add me if you want to play. For some reason, Steam won't let me send out friend requests. I don't know why. God, this is like unplayably bad. Oh yeah, hopefully the new Aoe2 HD patch, whenever they release that, actually fixes the lag, because that's what they keep saying they're going to do. But I'm pretty hopeful with this one is that maybe this is finally the patch we've all been waiting for. The one that finally fixes this lag. I'm kind of hopeful in that regard, though. I think they might actually. They might be able to do it. OP might finally deliver. It's both. Torton, Wasson. They do make up their strategies as they go along, but they also have like a bunch of select ones. My solo bot also has a ton of strategies. Okay, looks like top notch is this. Okay, that's probably it. Dead gum. My solo bot, I guess, has more predetermined strategies and like standard build orders, but my 6v2 AI. No, P6, please hold on. My 6v2 AI kind of makes up as he goes, and he doesn't necessarily do only viable strategies. I wanted it to be as fun as possible, and I was like, you know what's fun? Like mass petards, I thought that was hilarious. I think mass monks is fun. So, you know, he doesn't do the most viable strategies, but he certainly, certainly does the fun ones. You know, the don't try this at home kids strategies, I guess. The lag is real. And of course, if you wanna play with me on Steam, make sure that your Steam username is the same as your Twitch or YouTube username. I'm only gonna accept your friend invite if I actually recognize who you are, because I have a limited, limited space on my friends list. I can't accept everybody, otherwise I would. And so this means that I try to give priority to people who actually show up to the lives and I'm supposed to know who they are. So it helps if your username is actually the same, if not similar. And if I don't accept your friend request, give me time, show up to the stream, post a YouTube comment, blah blah blah. We'll get to it as soon as I actually recognize you. God, this match is like... It's crazy! Crazy, crazy! My username is Resonance22, Dragon Sword. You would not believe it. But, no, actually, that's my username in almost everywhere. With some exceptions, I think. I'm trying to think, like, where I'm not named Resonance22, but I'm named Resonance22 in almost everything. When does this match actually, get playable? I promise you, though, that, if you decide to play my AI, this is not an issue with the AI itself. This is an issue with Aoe2 HD and all of its glory. That they will somehow fix eventually. At least this is an Age of Mythology Extended Edition, if you might remember that. It has quite the performance issues in comparison. So, I count my blessings in that regard, I guess. Could be worse. I've seen worse. The graphic is weird. If by that you mean that I'm using a bunch of texture packs. I could link you them, except I'm in-game right now. But I can link you them after this match if you want, or one of my mods can go to my YouTube page or whatever and link them. I should probably post those below the stream, just to make it easier for people, so do that at some point. The struggle right now is too real. Hopefully this sorts itself out at some point. Wait, where are you getting those links, Drew? Also, that link is ridiculous. Please don't post links that long if you can. Are you linking him to download my AI? Because if you're watching this live, you can't download that yet. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you will be able to download it, and Jesus, this lag, the struggle is too real. Alright, well, let me just try and get out some of that cleaving infantry. That is what the Slavs are known for. Hopefully this gets better at some points. Just goes to show that, you know, the one day that I haul my ass out of bed and I'm like, alright, I'll do some recording today because I love you guys. I want to keep getting a steady flow of content out regardless of how sick and or busy I am. It just goes to show that one day everybody's internet is on fire, potentially including my own. So, although I don't think it's my own internet because I'm still streaming and I haven't dropped any frames. I've dropped a grand total of 6 frames in the last 3 hours, so I'm just going to say that something up with Steam servers, or I have no idea, or someone in this game is downloading HD scrambled porn on his dial-up connection, which uses bacon strips for Ethernet cables, and it is killing us. If this continues like this, I'm not going to make anyone sit through this, because I don't want people to be stuck in a laggy match all day, but something to look. I don't think it's my, I'm not dropping any frames, so that wouldn't make any sense. Who knows? Yeah, cleaving infantry. Well, I mean, I'll run their different AIs, but yeah, I guess both AIs do kind of struggle with that. I mean, AIs are very limited, especially without the user patch, so looking forward to when they actually they fully implement the user patch into Aoe2 HD. That would make my job a lot easier. But I haven't done that yet, because they're like reverse engineering it or whatever. That apparently takes quite some time. I'm gonna try and start getting some trade out. In retrospect, I probably should have got it out sooner. Definitely a good idea. But if you're struggling against my AI, and you need help, and you're like, Rez, how do I beat this thing? This thing is ridiculous. It is supposed to be really difficult. If you won every time, it would be boring, right? So, I recommend, typically that you build an early castle if you're struggling. That can help you quite a bit. As well as actually making a castle age army. Do not try to boom against my AI and then, you find out that, oh, right, I'm dead, because I didn't make an army early game. He will rush you, 99% of the time. So make sure that you actually have an army to defend that, if at all possible. Does playing with people from Australia lag your games too much? I mean, it doesn't seem to be always ping-related per se. Aoe2 HD is a mysterious creature, and it goes by its own rules. But I would say, that Australia can be difficult, but I still play with people from Australia all the time. I really don't care about people's skill levels or their relative location to me. I play with everybody.
2 hours to die like this?
Well, yeah, almost everything about my AI is randomly generated now. From his strategies, to his unit choice, to his taunts, to his advice. I wanted to, I think variety is the spice of life, right? I wanted to make sure that I stay fresh. I'm also really looking forward to when I find my Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds disc. I look forward to playing that again. I really, really like that game. I guess one of my goals in life, which would be really cool, is if I could somehow, revive Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds as a community and get people to actually play that game again, because that game is awesome. The only reason I stopped playing it is because no one plays it anymore. It's the world's tiniest online community. Eventually it got to the point where when I was playing it actively, is I knew literally everybody who had ever shown up to the server, and it reached the point where there was only one guy in the server who was better than me, and that doesn't really produce a quality gaming experience for me, I guess. There's only one guy in the server who could actually beat me, and he was quite a bit better than me, so did not create for very quality games, I guess. It's such a small community. I've maybe only played against a grand total of 100. Please don't build markets to block mine. Build to the left or right. Yeah, I maybe only played against 100 different Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds players over the 3 years I played online. There were maybe only 100 different total players, and yet I played hundreds of matches, so got a little bit stale, I guess, when I finally learned everybody's quirks. So yeah, that would be kind of cool. If you guys aren't aware what Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds is, it's like Aoe2 in the Star Wars universe. It's pretty cool. It's a really fun twist on Aoe2. They really push the engine to the limit, and they show us just how stupid Aoe2 could have been. Aoe2 is pretty ridiculous right now, but they're exploring the what if. What if units could fly and go invisible? What if monks could fight back and had like 10,000 HP? What if units had shields? You know, it's pretty crazy. Forest, my dad plays it quite frequently. Not really with us, he just plays against the default AI, single player, but my dad plays it a lot. My brother used to play it, so it kind of runs in the family. It's all, my dad was the one who ended up getting me into this game. I would just watch my dad play games all the time when I was a little kid. I would just sit in his office and I would just watch him play games. And you know, I was fascinated by this this Age of Empires game. And when he gave me my first laptop, which was really, you know, it was like a really old IBM ThinkPad. The thing was ancient. It's from like the year 2000. God. When he gave me my first ThinkPad, installed Aoe2 on that, and you know, that was a game that I started playing when I was like as young as like 6 or 7 years old. Even I've still been playing it since then. Played this game religiously. When I was a little kid, I would play a lot of Aoe2 as well as other games. I really like those RPGs like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale. I grew up with those. Dungeon Siege, I love Dungeon Siege. You know, and I would play a lot of these RTS games. So played Aoe2, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, and a couple other strategy games. Kind of grew up with those, I guess. Got a special place in my heart. Probably not Lysatori, I'm not sure, but I mean, I'm gonna do one more match after this, presumably as soon as people. I don't know what this is. This is like Captain Planet for lag. Oh god, top notch actually. Rest in pepperonis, guys. Oh wait, he's back. He's alive! Gotta believe in top-notch guys, because this guy is hanging on by a thread. If you don't believe, he's gonna disconnect for good. End up in the Shadow Realm, guys. That's not good. Where is my army? Oh, it's all the way over here. Ah. I get so distracted when I'm trying to read the Twitch chat and everything. But that's part of the fun. I mean, these streams are for community interaction. I don't really get anything out of them personally. I just do it to interact with you guys. It's a little more personal. So, you know, if you want to say anything, want to say hi, ask me questions or whatever, go for it. Even when I'm not streaming with commentary, like, I still read the Twitch chat, and I'll respond to you, like, via, in the Twitch chat, like, as text. I love interacting with you guys, and that's the time to do it, is when I'm streaming, that is the time to do it. Well, my internet, I mean, I don't think it could possibly really, I don't know if it's my internet, but that wouldn't really make any sense to me because I am streaming right now, so, and I'm not dropping frames, so I'm not quite sure. I think it's a combination of factors. I don't know. If there's something wrong with my internet right now, then that is unfortunate because it's the one time that I just finished my midterms, and it's like, yeah, I've got some free time right now, I can finally record something. It's like, no, residents, it sure would be a shame if your internet stopped working. I also recorded a bunch of other videos on Twitch, but Twitch deleted my past broadcasts for some reason I don't understand. It appears to be a combination of people. I think my internet is partially responsible for this piece of shit right now, and then it's good from everybody. Regardless, future videos won't be this laggy. I promise you that. That's my intention. But I do like to keep the regular stream of uploads. I would upload more often, but I have very high quality standards for the stuff I upload to my YouTube channel. And I don't want to ever start lowering those, I guess. Uploading things that, matches that don't have a good commentary, or the match itself was like insanely one-sided, over like 5 minutes. And I don't really like to do that. So it's lagging like insanely badly. I also try not to do that, but at some point I do have to upload something this week, right? And the new AI is out, and this is not an issue with my AI, this is just it's top-notch. CS Havoc and myself are probably lagging. I think it's we're the lag trio, not quite sure. Yeah, it looks like it's potentially a three-way. Not quite sure what's going on. If my internet actually just dies and I just disconnect, then that's unfortunate, but that's certainly a possibility. Then I will just do more streaming later if my internet appears to be dead right now. I like how the one match in which I wasn't talking, and the one that I'm not uploading to YouTube is like, oh, it'll be fine then. Such is life, guys. Such is the struggle. That is It's what I deal with. I will keep the, I'll make up for the lack of uploads soon. So. I'll give you guys something special, I guess. So stick around, don't go anywhere, and we'll get that done. I'm gonna probably call this one match game, actually. This is really unfortunate. I was hoping that this game would go a little bit better, I guess. That way, you know, when I release the AI, people get a better representation of its gameplay. Yeah, this particular match... This is a great representation of it, but I will keep it for the introduction purposes. This will be like a TLDR of my new AI, and I'll have more gameplay on the channel for that soon, TM. I mean, of course, if you want, you can always play the AI with me outside the stream. I host these lobbies all the time, so keep your eyes peeled. I've also been told that there are some, like, I guess, fake versions of my AI floating around, so if you're never quite sure, you can always ask me. You know, make sure that the name of the AI is identical, it says its introduction at the start, blah 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 blah. For the 6v2 AI, it has to be in the form of a custom stereo, otherwise it will run, and for the solo bot, you just make sure that its behavior looks about right. I know some people have reported bugs to me for, like, AIs that aren't actually my AI, behaviors that aren't possible. They've, like, sent me replays, and it's like, oh, that's not actually my AI. And it's like, what a twist! So, that can happen. It's unfortunate. Oh well, such is life, such is life. I will throw in some more streaming as soon as I know the finals. Finals start the week of Zero Empires' tournament, which is fantastic timing, right? So the Zero Empires Invitational starts like August 4th, and my finals are on August 8th, so that week I'm definitely gonna have to move the live stream at some point, but some other day. But once we're all done with that, I'll be back to the normal schedule. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Okay, there. I finally dropped some frames. So that was my lag spike. I am solely responsible for this one. Okay, I'm gonna call this one game, and hopefully you guys at least found. Oh, Jesus Christ! He's not even letting me resign. Okay, well, this is not a great representation of my AI. I will have a better video for that. Hopefully you enjoyed this anyway. Yeah, I'm doing what I can right now with the really, really small, limited amount of time that I have right now, so bear with me through this time period. Shouldn't really happen again, but my time is limited right now, so I can't get out as many videos as I want, but we will make up for that soon. That's a shame. We're probably going to win this anyway. Oh, I didn't really mention this, but my AI also gets a higher population limit in addition to free resources as part of the reason why it can 6v2. GG anyway, hope you all enjoyed that despite it being very laggy. Hopefully the commentary was interesting enough and that the first half of the video before it started lagging like shit was actually, like, decent / informative, blah 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 blah. As you can see, the AI, you know, provides a pretty standard challenge. This is on moderate, of course. If you want to make it insanely difficult and you want to make this the hardest game of your life, you just turn out the hardest and you will be sweating bullets. So yeah, if you enjoyed watching this video, you know, don't forget to leave me a like rating as well as check out the rest of the stuff on my YouTube page. I have plenty of other non-laggy Age of Empires 2 videos there. You know, I've got some pro commentaries in there, I got a ton of tutorials, I got tons of other gameplay videos, videos of my AI, older versions to be specific, but you know, maybe by the time you watch this, I'll have new versions of it out. So basically, check out my YouTube page if you like Aoe2 and other video games, you might enjoy the stuff there. So as always, thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it as always, especially for those of you who sit through this kind of laggy mumbo-jumbo. It's quite nice and cool of you guys. Not quite sure why that was so unfortunately laggy, but it happens, man. It happens, and I gotta upload something, right? So hopefully you guys understand and enjoy this regardless. If you, when you watch this on YouTube, I will actually have the AI on Steam, so, you know, maybe while I'm gone in my period of absence where I am montaging through statistics work, trying to actually pass this final exam that's coming up like next week, while I'm doing that, maybe you can get some sort of entertainment, your resonance fix out of my AI. It is kind of, my solo AI is loosely based off me, so it still has a I guess, an irrational fetish for trash units. It likes to boom. So it's pretty similar to me, I think, in that regard. And it's got the sass over there. That's the important thing, man. It's got the randomized generated sass. So hopefully you all get a kick out of that one. And if you check it out, I appreciate that as well. So thank you guys for watching this match and for stopping by to live stream today. I'll be back in a few minutes, and maybe we'll try and get in another round and see if my internet is better, and or if that was just purple or green, or if it was like a combination, the trio of lag. We'll see. Regardless, I will be back in just a minute, and I will see you all shortly. And good night, Dragon Sword.